Welcome to Vintage Variety. I have a lot of lovely items that I want to share with you guys today. First, I have a small thrift haul. I also have some items that were gifted to me by relatives. I'm going to show you all of them along with an item I recently purchased for myself from eBay. First, let me tell you about the thrift haul and the gifted items. I have a cousin that I'm very close to. We grew up together and she lives about an hour away from me. She likes to go thrifting as much as I do, and often when she's out thrifting, she'll look for items that she thinks that I would like and thrift them for me, and I do the same thing for her. It's really fun because that way when we get together, we can exchange those items. I recently had a chance to go up and visit her. So not only did she gift me some items that she had thrifted for me, we also visited a few of her local thrift stores. I also have one baggie that I'm going to show you that I got this week from my local thrift store. And I got a very good haul this week from that thrift store because they had lots of little baggies and they also had jewelry bags, which I bought a few of. But I'm not going to show those jewelry bags today, mainly because I'm saving those for future content. But we're going to get started, and first I'm going to show you the gifted items that I received. I'm going to start with this beautiful faux pearl necklace that she thrifted for me. And we were talking about this. We weren't sure what was going on at the front of this necklace. If maybe this is something that was added later on, or if the necklace was made this way. But to be honest with you guys, I don't care. I think this necklace is fabulous as is. I love how it has those faux baroque pearls, and they're very large. So it kind of gives it that old Miriam Haskell look. I think this is a great necklace worn just as it is or layered with other pieces. So I was really excited to get this one. Now let's look at some of the other items that she managed to find for me. She did find me a couple of different brooches, and I think they're just adorable. This first brooch is set with clear rhinestones, and I just love how it sparkles. If you've watched me for a while, you know that often I'll take brooches and attach them to faux pearls or beads just to give the necklace a different look, and I think that brooch is going to be excellent for that. This is really cute, and I don't know if this is something that someone made or maybe it was manufactured like this, but this is an angel brooch, and you can see that it's made out of pieces of filigree. So I think that's a really great idea for those of you that like to make jewelry. This would be a great project to layer pieces of filigree and turn it into an angel brooch or a flower brooch or something along those lines. So I'll definitely be wearing that one during the holidays. This next necklace is very pretty, and I just looked at it through the baggie that she had put it in, but now that I've gotten it out, I think that someone made this. Get a load of the back of it. You can see that that's done with jewelry wire. They've made a kind of like a bell for the chain to attach to. And now that I'm looking closer at the actual centerpiece, you can see that someone has done some wire wrapping all the way around it. Wow, this is really neat, and it gives me a lot of really good ideas for those pieces that you have that you want to repurpose. Now, this centerpiece, you can tell that this was once a brooch where the pin broke off the back of it completely. So someone was very creative. They took this, they used some jewelry wire, wrapped it around the outsides, and then they made a bell at the top. So I love getting things like this because it gives me lots of ideas for pieces of jewelry that I can make and craft myself. So this was a really great find, and it's one that I'm going to leave it as it is, and I think I would even wear this beautiful necklace as it is. So a big shout out and thank you to my cousin for finding all of these lovely items for me. Now let's look at this next item that was gifted to me. This was not gifted to me by my cousin, but another relative, and it's still in its original case. I believe she said she purchased this sometime in the late 90s or the 2000s. And you can see it has a spring ring closure on it. I don't see any markings on the necklace or the case, but all of these little chips are made of real stones, and it's got quite a bit of a weight to it. I think this is a great necklace because this will go with just about anything. It could be layered with different colors of beads. It could be layered with gold chains. It could be really worn any time of the year. It would fit in with any season. So this was a really sweet and generous gift. And if that relative is watching, I hope she knows how much I appreciate receiving this. Now let's have a look at this jewelry haul. I'm going to show you the items I found while I was thrifting with my cousin first. I found this stretch bracelet, and I'm not sure if this is going to polish up. It does have some discoloration to it. But the reason I decided to thrift this, first of all, it was only a couple of dollars. And I thought all of these pieces were really cute, and I could probably repurpose them into another bracelet. I like that it has this miniature locket on it. It has all of these faceted glass beads, some faux pearls, and here we have a heart. And then this is a flower. So I thought I could take this apart and maybe turn it into another bracelet or something that's a little better styled. But we'll have to see if I can get this cleaned up because, as I mentioned, there is some discoloration on it. But I thought this was a great crafting piece, and a lot of times I do pick up pieces mainly for that purpose, to use them in crafting or to make them into something else. I did manage to find a couple of brooches. This one is a really simple round gold tone brooch, but the reason I picked it up is because it is marked on the back. I'm going to try to zoom in so you guys can see the mark. This is a Monet brooch, and most of you know that I really love Monet jewelry. I've been collecting it for a very long time. I don't think that's going to come in clear, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a small thumbnail up on the screen so that you guys can see the marking on this. Either way, I thought it was a great find. I do like brooches like this just to layer onto things, wear it with beads, and sometimes I'll wear 2 or 3 together if they're small like this one. I also picked up this really pretty pendant necklace, and it looks as though it has some scratches on it. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that that will polish out. I don't really like necklaces that are on cords, but in this case I made an exception because I really liked the style of this. Now the pendant can be removed and put on something else because the pendant has a magnetic bell. This necklace is adjustable, and guess what? It is Juicy Couture, which is a really good brand of jewelry. I liked the style of this. I think this would make a great layering piece. Whether the minor scratches on it clean up or not, I still think this is perfectly wearable. I also like the fact that I can easily take this off and attach it to something else, such as a string of faux pearls. So I thought this was an excellent find. I also picked up a very long strand of faux pearls, and you guys can tell this is really long. Now this one has a push-in closure for it, or clasp, and I've seen clasps like this on necklaces before. In fact, I think I own a few, but it's very tiny, and you can see it just pushes in there on the side. So that's kind of neat. And this one I thought was really cool. It's a very long length, so it could be layered with other pieces. It could be doubled up to look like 6 layers instead of 3. And I thought this was a really nice vintage find. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Would you have picked this one up? Another brooch that I managed to score today was this one, and I did not realize that it was missing a pearl. But I feel like that's a pretty simple fix. Even though, now that I'm looking at it, I do feel like the roses or flowers on this have a little bit of damage. Regardless, I think this is absolutely precious. It's definitely a brooch that I would wear just as it is. And I wanted to show you guys the back. Do you see the pattern here? This is a 1928 brand brooch. So definitely worth picking up. It's perfectly wearable, damage or not. And that missing faux pearl is a really easy fix. All I have to do is find another pearl to replace it and use a little bit of jewelry glue. Not so sure about the flowers on it. They look to be made out of some kind of china or ceramic, but it's not really noticeable, and I don't think that anyone would notice when the brooch was worn. A third brooch that I picked up was this one, and it looks very geometric. It really has that 1980s vibe, and I just love pieces like this. This would look really nice worn with a top that was white, black, or maybe even blue. And I think that you can't go wrong with something like that. Another find, and this is not vintage, but I thought, how sweet is this? This would be perfectly adorable for a little girl or even a little boy for that matter. Easter is right around the corner and it has these cute little bunnies on it, so I thought, why not? I may not keep this. I may end up giving it to my mom so that she can gift it to one of the granddaughters or great-granddaughters. I also found these earrings, and these are new on the card. These came from Belk's. The brand is Belk Silverworks. And they aren't sterling, but they are silver plated. And the stones that you see in them are crystal. These are, of course, new, so why not? I also like the way they pick up the light, and they have hues of green and blue. And the original retail on these earrings was $40. So I think that this was a very good find. I've bought jewelry from Belk before, and they have really good quality jewelry. So not sad about these at all. I think they were an excellent score. The next item that I'm going to show you guys is a brooch that my cousin picked up. And she's always saying, oh, I don't know that much about jewelry. But she picked this one up and showed it to me. I asked her, did she want to buy it? And when she said no, I definitely wanted to get this one. I'm not sure if the camera is going to pick this up for you guys, but this brooch is marked. This is made out of sterling. I'm going to kind of zoom in so you guys can see. It has the initials GFMW. And that stands for Great Falls Metalwork. That is a company, I believe they're still in business today. They were started in maybe the late 60s. They did a lot of recycled and artisan type work. Many of their pieces had semi-precious or precious stones in it. And if you look at the front of this brooch, I'm not really good with identifying stones, but I do believe that these are moonstones that are set in the front. May or may not be. If you guys know or have an idea of the type of stones, you can definitely let me know in the comments. But just a shout out to my cousin because she has a better eye for jewelry than she believes that she does. Now we're going to look at one of the items that I purchased from my local thrift store this week. And as I've already mentioned, they had a lot of great items. They had a lot of little baggies like this with earrings and pendants. And they also had some jewelry bags. But I was really excited about this one, and I wanted to go ahead and show it to you guys. Now, I paid $10 for this, and I feel like I got my money's worth. First, we have this very modernist style art glass pendant, and I think this is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm definitely going to find a chain to put this one on. This looks more like something that would go on a charm bracelet rather than a pendant, but I suppose you could use it for a pendant. This next one is more modern, and it looks like an octopus. I think this is kind of cute. I like the little blue stone eyes in it. So that would also be a cute item to add to a necklace chain, or maybe to combine it with some other items and make it into a charm bracelet. And speaking of ocean themed pieces, they also have this piece in here, and this looks like a starfish. So this would look really cute combined with the octopus pendant. Both of these together I think would look really great added to a bracelet. But you guys let me know what you think. What would you do with these? Would you put them on a chain or add them to a bracelet? Next up we have this, and this is enameled. Has kind of like a mountain scene. I don't see any markings on it, but again, I like enameled pieces, so I think that this would make a really pretty necklace pendant also. Another really cute silver tone necklace pendant, and this one has 2 elephants on it. It's also set with clear rhinestones, and it says I love you on the side. So this would make a really cute pendant to put on a silver tone chain and to give to someone as a gift. This next pendant I thought was an excellent item to have been in that bag. Remember, I only paid $10 for this small bag, and I feel like I really did get my money's worth. First of all, this is a real pearl. This is a dyed pearl. And I'm going to try to zoom in so you guys can see the marking on this. When I first saw the marking, I got really excited because I thought it was 18 karat gold. But it turns out this is 18 karat gold plated. And you know what? I'm perfectly fine with that. I still think that this one pendant makes the $10 I spent on the bag well worth it. I am going to put a thumbnail up at the corner of the screen just so you guys can see the marking on this one. I see a single earring in this lot, and that's kind of unexpected because these were behind the jewelry counter, and the lady did tell me that they were all pendants in this baggie. But I'm okay with that. I think this is really pretty. I wish I had the other one to go with it. You can always take earrings like this and you can turn them into necklace pendants. It's really easy to do. I'm pretty sure I've shown that in content before. I did want to show you that I noticed there was a mark on the back of it. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that mark is Fish Enterprises. So not a bad piece to have found. I will probably put a jump ring on this and add it to a chain. Another small pendant that came out of this baggie. And I like this one too. This one's a gold tone. The center stone is made out of green glass. I don't see any markings on this, but regardless, I think it is a very nice necklace pendant. It would look great on a chain, or this could also, as I've mentioned with the other pieces, be added to a charm bracelet like a charm. This next one, I'm guessing, did come off of a charm bracelet because I have seen this before. This looks like an antique telephone. It is a gold tone. And I'm going to show you, I'm pretty sure it has the marking on the bottom of it because I've owned a couple of these. In fact, I may still own one in my jewelry collection. But this is an Avon piece. And yep, you can see the marking right there on the bottom where it is marked Avon. So this probably came off of one of those Avon charm bracelets, but regardless, I think it's really cute. It would be cute to add to a charm bracelet, or again, just like the other pieces, it could be put on a chain and worn as a necklace pendant. This is one of the reasons I wanted to buy the bag. This is a vintage cross pendant. I know that it's vintage because I just so happen to have one that belonged to my mama. Now, Mama gave hers to me when I was probably around 9 or 10 years old, and I used to wear it constantly. This one is set with clear rhinestones. The one that she had, or that I own now, is set with red and clear rhinestones. You'll notice the center has a glass piece, and when you peer through that piece, it usually has some kind of a Bible verse in it. The one that belonged to my mama had the Lord's Prayer in it. I did go off camera and take a close look inside of this one, And this one also has the Lord's Prayer in the center of it. So I think that this was just a fabulous find to have in that bag. These are relatively old. I think they're from like maybe the late 40s or early 50s. And now for the item that hands down made me want to buy this bag. It's this, and most of you that know jewelry will know what this is or what it's supposed to be. This is supposed to be the Chanel bird cage pendant. They also did earrings like this, and I was so excited when I saw it in the bag because I thought, could it be a piece that was an authentic Chanel? Well, it turns out that it is not an authentic Chanel piece, although I will admit that it is an excellent copy. It could easily pass for Chanel. If this were an authentic Chanel piece, it would have Chanel marked on the inside on the lower part of the bird cage. But it is an excellent copy. Would I resell this? No, I would not want to list this and have my listing taken down for selling a fake. Nor would I want to list it and represent it as being a Chanel when it's not. But I'll definitely keep that piece and I'll put it on a chain and I'll wear it for myself. So I feel like this bag was well worth the $10 that I paid for it. I have another item that I'm going to show you guys. And then I'm going to show you some of these pieces on the necklace stand. The next item I want to show you guys is an item that I recently bought off of eBay. And I bought this for myself. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. This has real Baroque style pearls on it. It also has real stone. It has some lapis. The main center stone on this necklace or the pendant, I believe, is sodalite. I could be wrong. You can correct me in the comments if I am, because I am not the best at identifying stones. Also, this necklace has two really pretty big carnelian beads on it. And I just thought the combination of colors and the design was absolutely gorgeous. This necklace is 14 karat gold plated, which is another plus because a lot of times when I wear pieces, especially old pieces that are made out of brass, I have to be really careful because they will break me out from time to time. But I thought this was absolutely gorgeous. I had it on my watch list and the seller gave me an offer that I simply couldn't refuse. So I decided to go ahead and buy this for myself, and this is something that I'm really going to enjoy wearing. Now let's have a look at some of these pieces on the necklace stand. The first piece that I wanted to show you guys on the necklace stand is this one because I am going to layer some of the other pieces with it. I think this is a really great piece, perfect for layering because there are so many different things and colors that you could layer this necklace with. So let's have a look at a few of the other necklaces that I showed you guys today layered along with this one. I first wanted to show it with this Juicy Couture pendant necklace, mainly because the pendant is gold tone and I wanted you guys to just get an idea of how beautifully this necklace is going to layer with gold tone pieces. I also wanted to show it with this necklace that my cousin gifted to me, and you guys will recall this is something that someone made over, but I really love how the stone necklace has gold and yellow pieces in it, and it just really brings out the yellow color in this pendant. I also wanted to show these two pieces together. I do feel like the lapis and pearl necklace is more of a standalone statement piece, but I do like the idea that I could wear these two together and they're going to match up perfectly. The last necklace I wanted to show you guys on the necklace stand is this pearl necklace that my cousin picked up for me. And I don't know if this is how this necklace originally looked. I've already mentioned that. Or maybe someone took creative liberties with it. But in my opinion, I think it's perfect just the way it is. And there's nothing about it that I would want to change. I think I had a lot of really good finds this week, along with some very wonderful gifts that my family members were kind enough to give to me. You guys let me know in the comments which items were your favorites, and if you enjoyed this content, please remember to give me a thumbs up. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to share these items with me. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. Ring the bell for notifications so you'll be notified anytime I upload new content. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.